Taanis Daf Gimel, how's everybody doing? When the Torah says Gishmeichem be'itam, the Torah doesn't just refer to the proper time, it also means the type of rain. A medium type of rain, not too hard, not too soft. And that it should come on Tuesday and Friday nights when people are typically at home, they don't go outside. The days of Yeshua ben Shetach, the rain was so perfect that the wheat grew to the size of kidneys. And when they were building the Beis Hamikdash in the days of Hurdos, the rain would only come at night to show Klal Yisrael that it's a Meleches Shamayim, what they're doing is perfect. The famous story, as we had the other day, of Chani Amagal, he made a circle and he said, I'm not leaving the circle until it rains properly. And then it rained and wouldn't stop. So he asked to bring a bull so that the rain should stop. And he said, Rebbeinu Shleilam, your sons, they don't know how to take it when they don't get it. They don't know how to take it when they get too much. Please stop the rain. And then it just, Klal Yisrael found mushrooms to show that it's indeed good rain. Shimon ben Shetach said, if you were just a regular person, I'll put you in Chayrim. But what should I do? You're a Ben Bais by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And not only that, the problem is, you swore that it's going to rain. And what if you went up against somebody like Eliyahu Hanavi, who has the keys to the rain, and he on Har Carmel said it's not going to rain today? Then you would have a Shvuah Shav. The Sanhedrin from Lishkas Hagazes, they said about Shechani Amagal, they said, but Tigzar Oimer. He's geyser down here and Hashem listens. He always wanted to know what it means. Hayinu kecholmim. In fact, he fell asleep for 70 years. And when he woke up, he asked the person gathering carobs, are you the one that planted this right before I fell asleep? He said, no, I'm the grandson. And he realized that he slept for 70 years. He went into the Beis Medrash and nobody recognized him. And he asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu to die. The Gemara says, Oy chavrusa, oy misusa. It's better to know people. If you don't know anybody, then what is it worth? His grandchildren, the Gemara says, Abba Chilkiah, he was very good at davening for rain. When Chacham came to ask him for rain, he realized right away what they want. But he was in the middle of working, and he wouldn't return hello. And he explained, I work by the day, by the hour, and my employer might not be happy if I speak instead of working, so therefore, I don't answer people. He borrowed clothing, and therefore, he borrowed it in order to wear the clothing, but not to carry wood on it, so he wouldn't put the wood on top of his shoulders. He had shoes, but he was worried that they're going to wear out, so he wouldn't wear them unless he went in water where he couldn't see the bottom. He would lift up his clothing when he went through thorns. He'd rather the thorns scratch his skin than scratch his clothing, and he explained, clothing you can't repair, skin will repair. When Chachamim came home with him, his wife came out to greet him, and his wife was wearing a lot of jewelry, and he explained, his wife does so, that he shouldn't be over Avera. His wife went back into the house, she was first. He said, I don't know who you are, I can't trust you. And he didn't offer them bread, he didn't have enough, and he didn't want them to owe him a favor. And he gave the smaller child two pieces, the older one, because he was sending him to Beis Medrash, he needed more food. So they both went up. The grandchild of Chayni and his wife went up to the roof to daven for the rain. The Gemara tells us that even Chacham noticed that the clouds went towards the wife rather than towards the grandson of Chayni. And the reason is because the wife, she would give bread to Aniyim, where the Hana is immediate. The Ani can take the bread and eat it, rather than money where you have to go buy and purchase until you get a bite. Another reason is because some bums in the neighborhood. Her husband wanted to daven that they should die. They were bothersome. But she davened that they should do tshuva. And in that schus, she was zeicha that the rain came because of her and not because of her husband. Another grandchild was Hanan Hanechba. The reason why they called him Hanechba, he hid because he's very tznius in the bathroom, or when he davened, he did it ba'anava that nobody should know that he's the one that's causing the rain. And he would say, Rebbeinu Shleilam. When the kids would come and say, could you please get us some rain? Give us some rain. He would say, do for these children who don't know that it's not me that gives the rain, it's you, Hashem. Gemara tells us that the Hasidim in Bavel, Rav Huna and Rav Chizda, would gather for the rain. They would gather in the open, they would gather in the public. But you needed both, Rav Huna and Rav Chizda. However, Rabbi Yoina, on the other hand, from Eretz Yisrael, he didn't need two people, he didn't need to do it in public. He'd take a sack, he'd go and hide, and he would daven. And when it in fact rained, he would say, wait, the price of the wheat is going to go down now. But he was tough. And he was tough even after he died. His relative came to his caver to say, please help stop these people that are bothering me. One day those same people went right over the caver and the horse stopped in its tracks. It couldn't move until they swore that they're not going to be Mitzrayim anymore. Rabbi Yitzchak ben Eliyashiv, he had power in tefillah. He davened that the Shver's family, they should become poor, but that didn't work out very well, so he made them rich again. Somebody came to complain that his wife is not very attractive, so he made her very attractive, but that didn't work out well. But then he realized that he's Matriach HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and when Talmidei Chacham came to him and said, please daven for us, that we should have more Chachma and Torah, he said, no, I can't do that anymore. Have a wonderful day.